Good morning, 7th graders. I hope that today you will be a respectful and purposeful learner for the person that's covering your room. I am busy taking the 8th graders to sign up for their high school classes, which is very exciting, but we'll definitely miss them next year. And what I'm going to do today is I would like you just to listen to this video. It's just a few minutes long, and I'm going to show you how to go through my WebQuest that I created for my grad school class. You are not only going to do the WebQuest, but you're going to provide me with a little feedback so that I can take this back to my professor and try to get a good grade on it. So I hope that you're really mean and you give me very specific feedback so that I can make it be the best WebQuest that I can so that students can understand it and so that it can be a valuable resource so that maybe we can use it later on. I decided to build my WebQuest based on something that I saw from Miss Chip last week when she provided you with the bullying websites, and I've kind of expanded based on what she gave me and built something that maybe all students at Mount View could do, but at least that you're going to do over the next week or so. So what I would like you to do first, if you haven't done so already, is that I would like you to open up your laptop and you are going to type in the website that is on the whiteboard by my desk, and it should say sites.google.com/site/mshannonwebquest. So if you haven't had your laptop up and running, you need to do that, and as I'm talking, you can get that WebQuest loaded, and then as soon as you are on this first page, so let me type it in. It's a little bit different from our classroom website, so make sure that you actually type it word and letter for letter that it is up on the board. So as soon as you get to have your screen look like mine where it says it's time we pulled together right here, you need to freeze and you need to put your hands on your head or in your lap, but not on your computer. What I'm going to do with this video is walk you through what I would like you to do once I'm finished. But do not follow along with me and try to do the same thing on your laptop. It'll be too quick. If you have questions at the end, the sub can either rewind the video and answer that question, or maybe they heard the answer to your question and they'll be able to answer it, or maybe a student next to you can answer it. But for now, even if you're not on this web page yet, finish typing in the website either into Chrome or into Firefox, and then as soon as you're here, put your hands on your head or in your lap. But I'm going to continue. So this is my website, or WebQuest, that I created. It's time we pulled together a bullying WebQuest for middle school students at Mount View. What you need to do today is read through every single direction. I know that it seems lengthy, but you really do need to read through it all. That's the whole purpose of a WebQuest, to explore and to learn. So what I found out was some cool information. Like I decided to start with, did you know? The word bully actually a long time ago meant family member or sweetheart, which is completely the opposite of what it means today. Then I decided, let's come together and let's change that word once more. So remember, I don't want you to do this, but I'm just going to run through it really quick. So if I were reading all these directions and I had read through all that, the next thing says click on the introduction to begin finding out what we can do. Okay, so I could click on introduction, but I noticed this little image down here too. Almost every page has an image on it, and you can click on them and make them bigger if you want to. I think this one is pretty good statistics. It shows some statistics on bullying and some effects. If you click on the back button, it'll bring you back there. And then any of the other links, actually, if you click on them, should open up in a new window. And then you can just X out of it once you're done. So if I read my directions, it says click on the introduction. So I do so. Now, you'll also notice the introduction, task, process are right along the top here on the toolbar too, but on every page I did say continue to the next page, and you just click on it and it'll bring you there, or you can use it this way. It's up to you. So I'm not going to read you the introduction. You need to read that for yourself. Read through, continue to task, click on it, task, read through. Oh, here's an image. Now continue. You need to read it. I'm just skipping over this, but please, please, please read it. I promise it'll be valuable to you later on when you're actually doing the activity. So process is another word for the steps that you'll actually take for your activity. There's two different assignments. The first one is to expand your background knowledge or what you already know, and the second one is to inform others. There are a couple videos that you will watch here. You will either need to decide as a group to get headphones from Mr. Bennett, thanks Mr. Bennett, or you can watch them as a group together once everybody has finished number 1 and number 2, which is going to be hard since there aren't 25 kids or adults in this room for number 2. Okay, so maybe you could come up with your questions first, or maybe you watch this video first and then come back to number 2. But you cannot move on to assignment number 2 until you've finished these 3 things. Make sure that you read through them. It tells you where to make the document, how to do it. If you don't have a computer, you can handwrite it, but that's the only way that I want to see things handwritten. Otherwise, you need to use your computer and use Google. And the second assignment, informing others. You guys are going to be creating a brochure with a partner, and you'll need to use these websites here. We're going to learn how to cite things properly. We're going to either use Pages or Printing Press, so if you click on that, you'll find out what it is. I've given you some more questions that you can use for your brochure if you need them. So you read through this, you do the activity, but this is not an activity that is going to take you 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. It might even take you 4. Okay, this is not something that's going to happen just like that. This is going to take some brainstorming, some questioning, some building upon your background knowledge, and then you'll be able to complete the task. So if we continue to the evaluation, once we've finished both activities and both assignments, or maybe you're the type of person that wants to know how you're graded ahead of time, you can come to this evaluation and your rubrics are right here. You're going to evaluate yourself, and I'm going to evaluate you. Even though you're working with a partner, you are getting your own grade. And how it's going to work is you either need to do exactly what it says here, or you need to keep trying. So if you look at them, one says I did do this and this one said I didn't, you have to do it. You have to get a 3, or you're going to keep trying in order to be proficient. So this is the first assignment, background knowledge, and this one's the second one, informing others. So you're going to evaluate yourself on a sticky note, turn in your project, and then you need to go to the conclusion. Now, it looks like just more information, but it's still important. So read through, because there are some essential questions down here that can get you thinking too, about how you can still continue to keep up with bullying even once this WebQuest is finished. If you would like to, you can check out the parent page or the teacher page. But again, it's just information that's just kind of, if a teacher, for instance, wanted to use this, say all students in Mountview wanted to do this WebQuest, I could give this to the other teachers and they would know what type of learners it hits, or how we're going to evaluate how much time it should take. Like here I outlined, it's probably going to take you about 4 days. Knowledge you need to know beforehand, what standards you're going to be achieving, some additional resources. And then once you guys are finished with your projects and your informational brochures, I'm actually going to put your examples down here. So not only are you going to be helping me for my class by doing this WebQuest, but you're also going to be giving some examples for future classes or for other students that want to do this WebQuest or need to do this WebQuest. You can share this with your parents. I've provided them with some parent resources. So today what I would like you to do is I want you to start. Everyone, if you're not there, click on It's Time We Pulled Together right at the top. It'll bring you to the home page. You need to start here. You need to read through all the directions, every word, every sentence, and try to see how far you can get and start the activities in the process. And I'm excited to see what you'll come up with and what you think, and I'm more excited for you to give me back some feedback. The other class told me, yeah, this is really boring. Gray is not a great color. So I changed some things. I changed it to navy, so maybe that's still not the right thing. What do you think I should do in order to make this WebQuest more for students, more student friendly? So what can I do? Give me some feedback. If there's words that you're not sure what they are, write them in the whiteboard next to my desk where it says confused about a word, write it here. If you come to the word stakeholder, you're not sure what it means and you've used your context clues, write it on the board and I will help you once I get back and we can break the word down together and find out what those words mean. Or maybe I should change it because kids won't know what that word is. So first thing that I want you to do is that I want you to do the WebQuest. You need to go through and actually do it. But at the same time, be thinking of feedback that you can give me, things that you like and things that you don't, and I'll be looking for that when I get back to class. So 7th graders, be nice to your sub and go ahead and get started and have fun.